think there can be more to come from them. I think they're a young team in many ways, and knowing how football is, having played international football, I played in many a game in my career that looked like the Italy game looked like, and also the Germany game. It's tough international football, and maybe going into a World Cup with a little bit of a reduction in expectation, but still with a really quality squad and a really good manager who's proven already, him and with Gareth and Steve and his team, that they can get to a semi-final of a World Cup, a final of a Euros, and we have a real quality squad. So I don't believe they've peaked, and I really hope that they can prove that right.
What do you make of the criticism of Southgate that's happened in the last sort of couple of games or over the last couple of months?
I think it's in some parts harsh, and when I say some parts, it's something that we all sign up to in our own ways, and the England job is right up there for pressure. And fair play to Gareth is that I think he's very articulate in how he deals with the criticism, whether he listens to it or not, but all these press conferences and everything he says and how he handles himself is second to none for me in the game. So I think it's we're at a stage now where it's very normal. I'm not going to sit here and say people can't criticise. I think if things are constructive and people have opinions, great, but once this World Cup comes in the build-up to it, it'll be great if everyone can really get behind the team and Gareth, and because I think with everyone fighting in the same direction, it's much easier to try and have a successful competition.
Do you think though that some fans kind of get the sense sometimes that England play with a handbrake on, and maybe when they are let loose a bit as they were against Germany in the second half, they can show their true potential? Yeah,
but there'll always be those opinions. I think we all get them, you know, and you have to understand that. I remember the team, fantastic French team that won the last World Cup without really planned beautiful football. I remember watching it through, and sometimes modern day football there are lots of different styles and ways to win a game, and I think it will be absolutely up to Gareth's decision about how they approach an Iran or USA compared to how they approach another type of team further into the competition if we get there. So I think, you know, whilst he's in charge, I think you give him his head to make those decisions. And when you look at the history of Gareth as an England manager, he's made many good decisions that have got them pretty far, and let's hope he can go one step further.
Hi Frank, just reflecting on England first of all. Jamie Carragher said one or two players at the most from this current team would get into the 2002, 2006 team, and the same with 96 and 98 as well. Do you agree with those sentiments? What are your thoughts at the moment?
I'm not involved in that debate.
Moving on. I just wonder what your thoughts though are on Connor not getting any game time away with England during this international break.
It's Gareth Southgate's team to pick out of the squad. He picks Connor pretty religiously in recent times in his squad. I understand why. The level of player he is, the level of person. The rest is up to Gareth to choose his starting 11. It's Gareth's decision. I mean, I can't talk for him, you know. And I know there's a lot of competition in that area of the pitch with England. You watch, and there's a lot of quality players in there, and Anthony just has to keep working and working on all parts of his game, not just the goals. Goals are a huge part of it, of course, if you can get to that level, because top wingers get big numbers, and Anthony will want to do that. But there's a lot for his game. He's a developing player, but it's good that he's in the conversation. He just has to play.
You've been in that position yourself. What's your advice for Anthony? You know, a young player, and obviously he's got that kind of focus in his head. And how do you, I suppose, control his mindset that it benefits Everton to the greatest extent possible?
Yeah, I don't think. Listen, you get asked in the media, and people will talk about you with England, but I don't think you have to think about it. I think you just have to play, train every day, and how can you keep improving it? He's very attentive like that, Anthony. You can have good conversations with him. He knows areas of his game that he needs to improve and wants to improve, and he just needs to focus absolutely on that. The rest is just naturally will come.
Frank, you might have seen Fabian Delph retired this week.
Yeah.
Did that come as a bit of a surprise to you?
No. I have a good relationship with Delphi, and I spoke with him at the back end of last season. I knew it was on the cards. I spoke to him when he in the break once the season finished, and I knew it was on the cards. And I just want to congratulate him on a great career, because I think he did have a really positive career. I played against him. He played for his country a good few times, and he was a big part of us staying in the league last year in that cameo of a few games that he played. And I wish him well in the choices he makes going forward.